drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor early in the morning?
Well, this week I've begun building my gantry lift, and I say lift instead of gantry crane. Why? Because a gantry crane, by definition, is a mobile unit. They usually have either solid steel casters or other types of wheels of that nature, or solid rubber tires on steel rims, so that they can move it back and forth, or it might even run on a rail. But this I'm calling a gantry lift because it doesn't have any wheels. It won't be so mobile. And it's only a temporary structure because I'm using a lot of leftover materials. Actually, they're old used materials that I was able to come across. So I'm designing it and building it based on what I have. And I'm not using any glue. I'm using a bunch of leg screws and carriage bolts. No glue because this is only temporary. I want to be able to disassemble them after I'm finished. And because of the weather being so sketchy, it's been warm enough, but we have rain on and off. So with just short weather windows, and then there's other obligations, I'm getting out here whenever I can. So this is where I'm at so far. I'm going to call this part 1 because I'm continuing with the lift. I'm not finished building it yet. And then there's a second lift I want to build after the first one. So I have I actually have 2 lifts over the boat. So in the video that I'm going to show you, which encompasses getting to this point, just measuring and cutting and drilling and screwing together, bolting, you can see this is the top section that I'm looking at right here. My foot, that's the top of the gantry lift, and there's one post, and of course the other side. And I have these braces. I have a diagonal brace on each side of each end of the gantry. And now what I have to do is at the bottom I have to place a foot right here going perpendicular to the post, and that will be sitting on the ground to give it some stability. And then of course it'll have some diagonal braces, and the foot will be about maybe 6 feet long. It'll straddle the boat here, and there'll be of course one in the forward area up around here, one a little bit further aft but forward of the skeg, and it should be pretty well balanced. So now I'm going to continue with the video and show you what I did to get this far. And then in the next part, I hope there's only one more part where I get this finished and put in position, and I won't bother showing you making the second one because it's just going to be a repeat procedure of this initial one that I'm making. Sorry for all the wind noise. I don't have a shotgun mic with a windsock on it. As you can see, finally got the boat uncovered. It's time to get back to boat building. Weather warming up in a t-shirt. I've got all these 4x4s here. They're used ones I was able to get a hold of for free. I'm going to use what I have to try to build a couple of gantries so I can lift the boat up and get the strongback out from underneath and roll the boat over. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this by myself without any help. Right now I got all kinds of carriage bolts and lag screws and drills and whatnot. So I'm going to see what I can piece together here.
drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Girl, I ain't